Inland.
What? So I found this sample.
No.
It's like an online sample thing,
Nah.
and it's just
Nah.
as you can make a song out of this.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Hold up. Dip. Dip.
I don't know.
Another one.
That's all I got. I don't know. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Mongolia.
All right.
I think we definitely need to post more
More what?
social posts per day.
Okay, we'll do that.
It just seems legit. Seems right.
Yeah. What, like 6 a day?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's a magic number.
Cool. That'd be good. People like the social posts.
People like.
Hello, ladies and danglers. Welcome to What the Fish, presented by Balls Deep Tackle. I am your host.
These nuts. Ha! Got him! What the fuck? Sam! Surprise, motherfucker.
You didn't see that one coming.
You should have did the meat merp right after that one.
Are we gonna do a podcast? I've been recording the whole time.
Nah.
Okay. So this is not even a podcast. I guess we're just recording retardedness.
We're coming in from Wiener, Arkansas.
We're recording from Wiener, Arkansas today.
They
Which
have-
is a real place.
Yep. I'm going to go down to the local hot dog stand and buy me a wiener from Wiener, Arkansas.
All right.
It's a real place. Population, what?
Population 69.
Yep. We never asked. We never did it in the last podcast. I have no idea what's going on. DJ Captain Hook over there.
That is a big wiener.
The Wiener theme song.
Translated from French
We're
to
coming
English.
in from...
I've been licking the sauce off my wieners.
That one sounds like your voice. I could pass
That does not sound like my voice.
I've been licking the sauce off my wieners.
Nope.
Nope. Ha.
All
All right. So would you rather paint a wall with your face or your knees?
Yeah, would you rather paint a wall with your face or your knees?
You
go.
I was asking you.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. It's your turn.
Okay.
My
So
face hurts from smiling right now.
I can't tell if this question is assuming that you're using a paintbrush or just like you put
Would
the
you
paint
rather
on your
paint
knees.
a wall with your face or your knees?
There's no brush involved, and you have to like put the paint on your knees or your face.
Yeah.
I would say. My knees.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna get the up towards the higher parts? I guess you'd have to do like a handstand.
Kind of weird. Yeah.
I mean, if you can use a brush, your face, because you can just hold it in your mouth, I guess.
That would be painful for your muscles in your mouth, your
Wrong.
face.
Yeah,
You'd have to have special muscles for that, if you know what I mean.
you would have to have. Yeah, listen to our podcast for a few days and like strengthen your smiling muscles. All right.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, because if you painted the wall with your face, you would like rub it raw.
You would lose your face.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a story. My dog, I have an English Mastiff. When we moved into our new house, like it's full of carpet. Our previous house didn't have a lot of carpet. But when we moved in, our dog, she went in and she started sniffing everywhere.
Yeah.
Like she went around the whole house like sniffing the ground.
Yeah.
And after like 30 minutes, she like rubbed the skin off her nose.
What?
And she was like leaving blood trails around the carpet because she had like gone around
Dang.
the whole freaking place just like smelling and rubbing her face. And she has like a flappy mouth.
Yeah.
So like we see like a blood trail through one of the rooms. We're like, what the world is going on?
Yeah.
And we see her and like her face is like
Just
rubbed raw.
like rubbing raw.
So dumb.
That's crazy.
And she had to sniff like every corner and every wall line.
That's what dogs do.
It was I was sitting there like, I cannot believe how dumb this dog is.
My dog likes to chew on like branches and stuff in the backyard. That's pretty much like what dogs do when they go to a new area, new house. They just sniff everywhere.
Yep. And you got those German Shepherds.
Yeah.
They were very serious.
Yeah, so he chews a branch and he like his gums will bleed because he's chewing it so like intensely.
Yeah, he loves
And I have to
sticks.
be like, dude, stop. Stop it now.
Hey, no, I will not stop.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
That's what I tell my dog. Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help, dog. All right, so to all the audience out there, if you're gonna paint the fall wall with your face or your knees, leave a comment below.
So I got a story. So I went fishing this weekend, and because that's what I do, and we were trying to snag a turtle. The turtle was going after my like lure, and it was like chasing it down. It was actually a pretty quick turtle, and so we weren't catching much, and we're trying to catch a bass, obviously, and then we were like, well, maybe we'll just snag this turtle and like see what happens. And so we like chuck our lure out there, and then like try to make a bunch of noise, try to rile up the turtle again, try to find it, because at this point in time the turtle went back under the water and we couldn't find it, so we were just trying to make a bunch of noise.
Sorry, I'll quit interrupting.
And we actually caught a bass, and we ended up not catching the turtle.
Nice.
And that was about the moral of the story.
That's pretty good. Was that the turtle you tried to shoot?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we don't want PETA up in this place.
Or we do.
Or we do.
Yeah, or we do.
Yeah, the turtle was invasive and eating all of the fish, so we had to shoot it.
Yeah, it was an Asian turtle.
Asian carp turtle.
All right.
And yeah.
That's a pretty good story.
Yeah.
We went to the horse races yesterday.
You did?
Sunday.
Did you bet on some ponies?
No, well we could have, but it was like a family day, and we took David, little baby kid.
Little David?
Yeah, and he loves horses.
Yeah.
He was like, he looked at him, he's like, wow, and they're running, and he looks back like, you see this? Like, yeah, we're here too. And he's like, oh my gosh, he cannot believe it. And he kept pointing, and then first time I saw the first horse, he goes, wow.
Did the horse stop?
No, it was like out in the walking around. He wasn't like super loud. He just looked back like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This first experience ever with the horse was like 2 months ago, or like probably 2 or 4. We went to the fair, and there was a horse. We were inside, and the horse just like really loud neigh because it was like really stressed out, and it was kind of like when horses get stressed, they do a really loud noise. And he heard it. We were walking. It was like 100 yards away, and we were walking. He stopped, looked towards the door and started running. You're like, no, I can't do this.
You know what's a weird noise? It's when it's called cribbing or whatever, where they like stick their teeth on the, like, say if they're in I guess their pen or whatever, or loft. I don't know what you call it. I forget. But
stable.
Yeah, stable. Yeah, when they're in their stable, they have like a little metal gate, and I guess when they get like bored or like they're just like trying to pass time, I don't know what they're doing, but they like put their teeth on the metal gate, and they like their front teeth, and they just make this weird noise, and it's like it's like that's a bad impersonation, but it's weird. It's like they put their front teeth on it, and they're like and making like weird noises, and it's not good for their teeth either.
Yeah, why do they do that?
I don't know. It's like they're like bored and just don't know what else to do, I guess. But it's not good for them. It's called cribbing or something like that. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, is there a noise?
Here it is.
I can't hear it.
I know it hasn't made a noise yet.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, yeah. It kind of sounds like a shart. Yeah.
Why is it doing that? Is it like just got its?
Yeah, there it is. It's like.
Yeah, it's just sticking its teeth on a post and then making a noise.
Yeah, it like kind of presses down a little bit, and it's like. I don't know why they do. I think it's like out of boredom, frustration, or something. I really don't know. It's like they just want attention, or something. It's weird.
Yeah, that's and then there's an ad for an anti-cribbing collar that popped up. That's good advertising.
It's a good genius little thing.
Good job.
Horses are something else though. It's like solid muscle. I like twitches all the time. You can see their muscle like twitching.
I
all the
know.
time.
Yeah, they're like giant dogs.
Yeah, with that are shredded and ripped out of their minds.
Dude, freaking yeah.
I'm like, can I borrow some of that?
I know. Okay.
They don't even. They just like walk around like even the horses that don't get a lot of exercise and they're just like still ripped.
Makes you wonder. Maybe eating grass is the key.
Eating grass. Most states are legal now. You can eat grass. Forms of it.
Most states are legal.
Grass, get it?
Are you?
Get it? Okay, never mind.
I get it now. I thought you were insinuating that eating grass is illegal in some states. Like, let me guess, California.
Yeah, you cannot eat the grass. It's too healthy.
Yeah, we hate California on this show.
Well, we don't hate the patriots that live within the borders.
Oh yeah, we've both
that
lived
are
in-
trapped in the concentration camp of California.
I don't think you knew this, but I lived in California as a kid.
You did?
Like a toddler, like probably from like 2 years old to 4.
2 to 4.
But we lived in I don't know. It was before kindergarten, but
You
after
lived in the desert.
baby.
I think I did know that.
Yeah, we lived in the Mojave Desert.
Mojave.
Out, freaking
It's the Mojave Desert.
a town called Boron it's like Edwards Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So
Is that where the UFOs fly?
I think it's actually decently close.
Yeah.
So Edwards Air Force Base is like a big experimental. Like that's where they flew the B-2 bombers before they came out. Like
that's
the
where the
triangle
alien.
planes.
That's where the aliens live.
So yeah, I have these memories as a kid of living in this like tiny town.
Yeah.
And it's desert, like it's sand.
Yeah.
And going out like on these go-karts over sand dunes and like finding like
Alien
ruins
corpses.
of houses, like where a house used to be. All that's left is like the outline of the walls, and there's like shattered glass and bullets everywhere.
Dang.
Like that kind of California.
It's like the hills have eyes, man.
It was, and there
Did
was.
you find mutants?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I was.
Are
Like,
you a mutant?
Yeah, probably. I was like.
You're
2.
one of those aliens, aren't you?
I was very young, and I remember seeing like the Batman plane.
The Batman plane?
Yeah, because it was the B-2 bomber,
Yeah.
and
Is it B-2 or B-52?
it could be B-52.
Because a B-2 is like, isn't it not like a World War II
Yeah, I
style?
must have saw the very early version. No, it's B-2.
Oh, it is a B-2,
It is
yeah.
B-2.
I'm an idiot.
You had me thinking I was dumb.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so B-52 is the old one.
Oh, I'm bass backwards.
You,
Yeah, the
you-
B-52 is a Strato Fortress. Looks hardcore, like carpet bombing style bomber. The
yeah.
B-2 obviously is the stealth one, the
Yeah,
stealth
it's
bomber.
the triangulation one.
The triangle. It looks like a wedge
It
flying through the
does.
air. It looks like a potato. It looks like a Dorito flying through the air.
They got the inspiration for that from like a hawk. Hang on, let me. It was like from the shape a hawk makes
I think
when
most
it dives.
I think most airplanes are designed from birds.
No, like this one is from a specific.
Hence why they
Is
call
it-
them birds.
Yeah, okay, whatever. If you put, if you put if you put the side
Meat merp.
if you put the side profile up next to, it's a specific bird. It looks exactly like it. And let's see,
Is it an eagle or a hawk?
falcon. The following.
A falcon.
Okay, so it's a picture. It shows a bird from the side, and it's a falcon that has the exact same profile as a B-2 bomber.
Nah.
And let's see.
Is it stealthy?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's actually an owl out there that actually produces like almost 0 decibels of noise, like to hunt its prey.
Oh, dude, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I
They're in a sound studio to like record it, and it's like almost 0 like decibels. Like,
dude, it's creepy. Cause I get up at 5 every morning, so it's still dark.
so is it? Yeah.
And I was walking out my back door,
It's just staring at you.
and there was an owl on the fence and I close the door. I go to walk, and I see it, and it's like 15 feet away.
Yeah.
And then it flies away, and I don't hear a single thing. It was so surreal.
Yeah.
And it was I was like kind of weirded out because it's like, how does this bird just fly away and I don't hear it? Like, and it's quiet. Like, there's no noises in my neighborhood, and there's no sound.
It's creepy.
It
says here, traditionally, many Native American tribes consider owls to be a symbol of death. Hearing a hoot or screech, therefore, can be a bad omen.
Oh, I did not hear anything. He's just like, bye, bitch.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. I'm obviously like Native American, and I have like some Native American family, obviously. So when they see owls, they're like, "Oh, it must mean something."
I am un-Native American.
And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Well, but when I see an eagle, though, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And that's like epicness, which
Alphabets?
I saw.
Wow. Wow, I was going through these owl sounds.
Now that my ears are bleeding.
Now that
But yeah, so I saw a bald eagle the other day. It was pretty epic.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Tried to get video, but didn't work.
It said some tribes believe a medicine man could communicate with the owl. I don't choose. It says Cherokee people use the same word, skili, as a name for both a witch and a great horned owl.
Oh, that's weird. You know, owl is a pretty big occult symbol.
Like, yeah, it is.
Like, if you ever notice, Drake's thing is owls, and
Yeah, Drake the rapper guy.
you look at Bohemian Grove, there's a giant statue of an owl.
In other tribes, they were believed to be the restless spirits of the dead. I'd rather believe that than the death theory. Like the spirits are.
And it's not just Native Americans; it's Egyptians, the modern occult.
Many tribes traditionally link night with death in the underworld. But it says, though the great horned owl's preferred hunting time is dusk and dawn, both great horned, and screech owls may be active at night.
Yeah, you can find owl symbolism all over.
Yeah,
And
some
it's-
cultures like it's a symbolism of wisdom, or like time, wisdom and time, or something like
Yeah.
that. Says tribes such as Lakota, Omaha, Cheyenne, Fox, Ojibwa. I don't know how you pronounce that tribe name. Ojibwa, Menominee, or Menominee, Cherokee, and Creek consider owls to be either an embodied spirit of the dead or associated with the spirit in some way. In some cases, the appearance of an owl, especially during the day, may be a harbinger of death. The Illuminati.
Yeah,
Illuminati confirmed.
it is very scary. You can get deep into that too if you look up like occult history and all the way through Egypt, all the way to modern times, what it means and stuff.
I guess I'm
Get
weird.
pretty
'Cause
creepy.
if I see an owl, I'm like, oh, that's sweet. It's a bird of prey. It's a predator that hunts discreetly.
I'm trying to find.
But yeah, the symbolism behind it, like as far as like Illuminati stuff, that's weird.
Yeah, it gets into some weird stuff.
They're weird because they like worship that stuff or whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to represent. There's like a god Moloch, is what it represents in ancient Egypt,
Yeah, I've seen that.
and
It's like sacrificial. They like sacrifice things to it, and like
Yeah,
like
so-
children or something crazy.
yeah, it's Moloch is
It's
a
like
biblical
demonic
name
and stuff.
of a Canaanite god associated with child sacrifice through fire or war. So getting into not getting too far deep into that, but there's a
We
lot
just
of,
went down into the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole.
yeah, and then
We just went into the Matrix, apparently.
yeah,
on the
Alice in
Balls Deep
Wonderland
podcast.
is a pretty deep occult story too. That's like supposedly used for mind control.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt it.
And with all the stuff going on nowadays,
So,
with-
did you hear about Trump and William Barr?
I heard they existed.
They cracked down on like or not Hollywood itself, but they were basically it was like crackdown on China. That was like if you are colluding or working with China, you're gonna have to register as foreign agents, and ultimately they said they would like freeze their assets.
Wow, yeah.
But it's also obvious call out to like Hollywood and like, hey, you better watch out, and like tech companies and things like that, especially on the West Coast.
So colluding as far as like conspiracizing?
No, like colluding, like, you know, working with China on stuff, you know,
Oh,
like
I see.
working on technology, working on projects, like things like that you're not supposed to be doing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and you know they just heard they shut down the consulate in Houston for China.
Like alleged spying.
Well, I remember hearing it was like a month ago or so that China was working on printing mass mail ballots, like cloned ballots.
They're good at making knockoff. I'll tell you.
They are,
you
yeah.
that.
And you know, I even heard a theory that the consulate was being used as the import section for these mail-in ballots. So
That's
like
crazy.
they were shipping in these mail-in ballots to either distribute to the country, or if I had to guess, maybe to try to turn Texas blue
Yeah.
in the vote.
Yeah.
Blue would be Democrat, I think, right? Yeah. And so they were trying to burn them all before, you know, they got shut down. So that's why they were trying to burn documents in there. Plus, like, you know, evidence
All the
of
other stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's like minute, it's still information that
Yeah.
can be used against them. Yeah. And China said they would retaliate, and I think they did. They shut down like a consulate in like China somewhere, or something.
Yeah, big-
U.S. consulate.
Big deal. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares about you, China. So just saying.
So-
But anyways, yeah. So
Yeah, China sucks.
and owls are weird. All right, and then yeah.
Well, cool fishing podcast.
Yeah, we just went down the Matrix. We're in the Matrix. You are now entering the Twilight Zone here at the What the Fish podcast.
Dude, the way this world going right now, it feels like the Twilight Zone.
It really does. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, is this even real? Like, are people really thinking this way now?
And thank God that I'm sheltered from all that.
Yeah. Thank God I live under a rock.
In other
Actually, I
news,
live in a bunker. I'm a full-blown prepper.
well,
I prep things. I prepare. I got canned corn,
what else you got there?
canned pork, corn and pork. I don't even know. What is it? No, it's bean and. What is it? Beans and pork, or beans? Yeah, like the traditional canned food.
Well, I'm just glad that you have a house because for me,
First off, I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
Sometimes I wish I lived down by the river.
Yeah.
So I could get away from these weirdos these
Dude,
days.
me and my wife, we came across this house this weekend. It's in Houston, but it's like an hour outside of town. And it is like a wood cabin. It was built in 1986 by a retired architect.
How people are gonna figure that out? It's too much information. You revealed your location.
They're not going to find it. Anyways, it was an hour south in Houston.
Now you're pinpointing your location.
No, nobody's going to find it. So anyways, the house is like all cedar. And
Don't tell any mayors. They'll out your address.
It's full of windows, and it was like built by this retired architect. And it's like out in the middle of the woods. We're covered in trees. Has like 6 acres.
Yeah.
It looks like a freaking vacation cabin.
Yeah.
It's
Like
awesome.
it looks like a VBRO or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and it's got like, you know, the windows kind of in the roof, and
Yeah.
like the whole. You just look outside, all you see are trees and woods. So that's where we're.
That just in.
That's where we're going.
That just in.
To escape.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop.
But didn't a lot of like
Get some
California
help.
people move into Texas nowadays?
Yeah, like Austin stuff. But we're gonna be like out in the country. It's like.
But what happens if Texas turns blue one day?
I mean, they gotta find us first. Like even from the satellite view, you can't see the house because it's like so
Yeah.
camouflaged in with the
It's
woods.
like Ghislaine Maxwell's house.
No, it's not.
I'm joking.
No.
It is a joke because her
It's-
house is hidden, you know, like it was supposed to be.
Her house is creepy.
It's a joke.
These nuts.
Her house is a joke.
All right. This just in.
This just in.
The
Captain Hook found a cabin
for the
in
second
the woods.
Yeah, for the second.
There's
year-
lots of houses in the woods.
Yeah, you won't find it. It's.
You won't
cool.
find me.
For the
I'll
second
be in a bunker
by the river.
by the river. Hey, that's a water source right there.
Yeah, you can just eat grass for water too.
I did. Have you seen the prepping shows?
No.
They're hilarious.
My
They're
wife
epic.
always says that though. Like we'll watch a movie where they're trying to
Yeah.
survive, and she's like, "Just eat the damn grass," because you can literally eat grass and get moisture from it and stuff like that. And it's like
Yeah.
eat the grass and the leaves, and
Oh,
you'll
you gotta watch these shows though. These are just like,
dude.
like there's like a guy. He's like has an RV and he's like if anything, and then they're like super serious. Like some of them are good. Some of them are like, oh, that's a good prep.
Yeah.
And then others are like, this guy's like, I'm gonna live in this RV and I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna drive to like these remote areas and nobody's gonna find me, and I got cameras on my RV and I can see, and it's like an awful prep. It's like, so what happens when you run out of gas? And he's like, I'll have to just keep driving around until, go to the next gas station. I'll have that in mind and all this other stuff. And I'm like, nice. I'm like, that's a cool RV. Don't get me wrong, but you run out of gas in that thing, you might as well just be fish out of water.
Yeah, you are, and you become a target.
And he had like this like camo like netting that went over it. I'm like, cool. But then like if you can't produce food and water, like if you run out of gas in the middle of nowhere,
yeah,
that's stupid.
What happens if the shitter's clogged?
Yeah. So I mean, it was a cool RV. I'm like, oh, that's good for like going camping and maybe like in between like homes, or like if something did happen.
Yeah.
But like some of their theories, they're like, I don't even know. Like some of the theories were funny. They're like the Mayan calendar and like all this stuff.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
If it could black out the entire sky and like the Earth is gonna explode. I don't even know. Like the theories are just kind of funny. Meep meep.
Yeah. Anything could happen.
There's a few theories that were actually pretty good. I'm like, oh yeah, that could actually happen.
The world could fake the world could fake a virus pandemic and shut the entire country down. That could happen.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, some of the theories I'm like, this guy freaking knew. Like they did say that on one of them. I was like, it was like a pandemic, and then another one was like economic collapse.
Yeah.
And another one was like if terrorists invade or something crazy. I'm like, did the Democrat Party get ideas from the prepping show?
Yeah, they were like, hey, that's a good one.
That's a good idea. Let's do that one.
We don't need to do any
It's like The
thinking.
Simpsons.
Yeah. We don't need to do any thinking.
No. They stole the idea from The Simpsons is what they did. True story. Do you have some news?
Yeah. So, in Bath, Illinois, the
Bath.
Midwest famous Redneck fishing tournament has been canceled.
Second year in a row.
The
it's been
weekend
canceled.
The weekend-long event usually brings thousands of people to fish out Asian carp. So, due to beer virus restrictions, organizers said it's not safe this year. The tiny river village is in its second year without the tournament, making a real dent in the local economy. The village of Bath usually makes money off of it for funding. Okay, the village
So
of Bath.
essentially, they shut down this tournament that
Yeah.
obviously Asian carp is an invasive species. So unfortunately, they're not going to be able to fish for those invasive species. So the Asian carp population will multiply,
Dang.
which stinks.
Damn China, they keep sending over everything.
Just Asian carps.
Oh, you know what's funny? So people have been reporting getting random packages of seeds from China in their mail.
What?
Like little Ziploc or little plastic baggies of different plant seeds.
Yeah, why?
And
So is it like invasive seeds?
Yeah, and they'll come in packages that say, like, they'll be labeled as rings or jewelry or something small, but it won't say seeds because it's like illegal to import seeds.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's freaking weird. Like, I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know what the heck the purpose is.
Is it like, are we in a Cold War with China right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I haven't looked at the stories yet.
I've seen a couple
see pictures.
podcasts, guys kind of talking about it, like how we're kind of in a coldish type of war.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's the trade war.
And it's less weapon related, but more like economic
economic,
currency
yeah.
and
destruction from within kind of stuff, like propaganda. Be careful, Americans.
Yeah. So like, here's an article. States issue warnings about seed packets from China. So like Louisiana, Kansas, Virginia, and Washington State.
They're trying to destroy our agriculture.
Yeah, urging residents not to plant the seeds, which were mailed from China.
Yeah, burn them suckers.
Yeah, that's weird. That is so weird. That is like the weirdest thing.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, invasive species, you never know. Those plants can destroy, if it's like weeds, basically, choke out actual crops, I wonder. Or maybe it's bad for, who knows.
Well, here's something in the article that, it is New York Times, so it's probably the opposite of what they're saying.
Yeah, it's probably like...
Unsolicited seeds could be invasive, introduce diseases to local plants, or be harmful to livestock. But then also, the police in White House, Ohio, where a resident reported receiving seeds, said the packages were part of a brushing fraud. A brushing scam is an exploit by a vendor used to bolster product ratings and increase visibility by shipping inexpensive product to an unwitting receiver and then submitting positive reviews on the receiver's behalf.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Oh, you know what? So I guess they're trying to increase the ratings and reviews of a business page by placing orders under a different address and then submitting a review for that address. So like they're just taking random people's addresses, submitting orders, and then placing a review for that order, but they don't care about the product.
Illuminati confirmed. And in other news,
yes,
we have in Missouri, the state of Missouri.
We just solved a mystery on air.
We did.
By reading an article that tells us what it is.
You can call us Sherlock in Holmes.
Wow. Wow.
Another news in Missouri, a man catches a state record-breaking fish, the 8th state record fish for this year. The St. Louis angler catches state record long-ear, get ready, sunfish.
Jesus Christ.
Weighing in at a maximum weight of 4 ounces. This sunfish is more than enough to break the previous record. So danglers, this guy caught a 4-ounce fish and broke a state record. He's not messing around. I bet he caught it off of a balls deep tackle.
Teabag some fish, baby.
But we'll never know.
Teabag some fish. You can catch 3 fish at a time.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
It was fishing at a private pond in Franklin County when he caught the fish. Those fish are on steroids. Private pond, I don't know about that one. It says, quote, unquote...
Hey, that's pretty good.
Quote, I was fishing off my father-in-law's dock at a private lake at a little south of Eureka. Eureka? He explained, I was with my 12-year-old son, and we knew there was some good-sized sunfish in the lake. I was using my hand line, and it was the first line I threw in when we caught the fish. The previous record of the largest sunfish weighed in at 3 ounces and was set in 1993. Because nobody probably even tries to break a state record for that. I bet now everybody's going to be trying to catch the state record for the little tiny sunfish. They look like little perches. I'm pretty sure I've caught a sunfish bigger than that. But needless to say, congratulations, dude. You caught a state record fish.
That is epic.
I mean, I guess that's really big for sunfish. They don't get that big, obviously.
Yeah.
But needless to say,
damn son,
he got it on the record. So good for him. He's in the books. And he did his thing.
So would you rather have diarrhea every day for the next 3 months or be constipated every day for the next 3 months?
Man, that's tough. Those are both situations where it's dire. Diarrhea is like awful. It's like the bane of humanity. It's up there with communism. It's bad.
But then if you're constipated every day for the next 3 months, you gotta waddle.
You gotta waddle. You have to. balls deep. And basically, you're like that. You're like constipated, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Nobody likes to be constipated. But then, like diarrhea, you can't even hold it in. It just runs down your leg. So I think I'd rather be constipated.
Yeah, I
'Cause I could squeeze that sucker out, you know?
No,
like,
you have to. It's like
No, not me. You can take medicine too. You can like eat dates and like
Yeah,
you know eat some fiber.
that is true.
Diarrhea. You can't really do much. There's no stopping it. It's just like there.
It's free real estate.
It's pretty realistic. No, yeah, it diarrhea and your stomach is just like tore up.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
Those little hot snakes, you know, sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? Hot snakes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're like little mambas coming out of your butthole. Just like,
After a day
and they burn you, and then your butt gets chapped. And it's like you can't even wipe your butt anymore. It's awful.
I wipe my butt with silk, baby.
I wipe my butt. Yeah, Charmin is the way to go.
Charmin, yeah.
Like that cheap stuff, it feels like sandpaper.
Oh yeah, no way, dude.
Yeah, don't go cheap on TP.
Do not.
Do yourself a favor, get some high quality. Remember that TP shortage? Speaking of TP shortage, go to ballsdeeptackle.com. Get yourself a Survived 2020. It's got 2 toilet papers as the zeros.
Yeah, I survived 2020.
Yep. Go to ballsdeeptackle.com. Get yourself a nice beer virus shirt and make liberals cry. Offend. Go forth and offend.
And if you're still listening, I don't know why the hell you're listening to this.
No.
But I got a fishing story for you.
Yeah.
Funny little fishing story. All right, so this is from a bassresource.com forum. So I was like, I was googling funny fishing stories. This one's pretty good. So this guy says, he's a fishing story when he was around 10 or so. This woman hooked something real big and was struggling to reel it in. As luck would have it, her husband had gone off the pier to the bait store. The woman continued to desperately fight her quote-unquote fish. At about that time, it came up flat and about the size of a small car hood, and it was flapping. Immediately, she began to yell at the top of her lungs, "A flounder! It's a flounder!" Her husband was just making it back to the pier when he heard the commotion and began running out on the pier with his bag of supplies. The whole time he was running, she continued yelling the same, "It's a flounder!" You'll see why it's important. The husband gets to her, panting, looks over the side, and says disgustedly, "It's not a flounder, it's a stingray." Everyone on the pier was either laughing or trying hard not to. My dad shook his head and muttered something about those Yankees. So I guess this is like in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Is that a good story?
I don't know. I'm not from that area.
Yeah, we'll just cut. How can you cut? We'll edit that part out.
Just edit the whole part. Just don't even pretend it didn't even exist.
Did not exist.
I'm just kidding.
Over 9,000!
That's what she was like. And then it was like under 90.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
And that's the husband reacting probably.
Yeah, that's him.
No!
It's always embarrassing when you're fishing and you're like, when you're fishing, you're like, I'm a bad ass. Like I am like the Rambo of fishing, and I came here to slay. And I am like a legend. I am all that is fishing. And I think most fishermen are like that too. Like everybody's like, I'm pretty much a badass. Like I'm not gonna lie. And then you like cast your lure out there and you get hung up in a tree and you're like, I'm a loser. It's like embarrassing. I think we've all been there before. We're like, I'm gonna cast this thing like 100 yards and catch just the biggest striper or like the biggest fish ever.
Yeah.
And then like you get snagged on your first cast or something, and you're like, well, I quit.
Oh yeah.
You get like your $10 bait, your $10 lure on there, and then you like cast it out there, and it like gets snagged in a tree, and you're like, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
Caught me a limb. Caught me a tree limb.
Like I quit.
Yeah. Caught me a beer can.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the best is when you go to cast and it like wraps itself around the pole, and you're like, you just look like a dummy. Like, you like cast nothing, or you forget to like let off the thing.
Or you hook your own butt cheek.
Yeah, you hook your pant leg, and you're like, nothing to see here. You look around, you look around. Did anybody see that?
Did anybody see me hook?
And then
my
the
own
other
ass?
fisher guys like sometimes like pretend they didn't see it, but they saw it. Like that's what I do. I see it, and then I like laugh, and then I pretend I don't see it, so like they don't feel bad. But then I like laugh.
And then you're like over here dying laughing.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that guy's mentally ill. That's what I do.
You just hear that in the background.
Yeah.
I got a song for you. You know that Old Town Road song that was so popular?
The old town road, right down can't no more.
There's a guy named Mercules.
I'm just trying to have a good time. Cigarette butts and moonshine.
Did a remix.
I like it.
Going redneck tonight. I got my horse by my side, full tank of gas in my ride.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Take a look at what the industry did to me. I was drinking Hennessy and then I had an epiphany. Got me thinking I should kill him, and I'm saying it literally. Middle fingers to my enemies, I'll give him his energy. Got a horse in the back and a goat in the front, and I'm pouring out yak when I'm smoking a blunt. In a trap with a cowboy hat and a pump, cause I ain't going out like a rat or a punk. Don't be silly, man, I really gotta kill him when I'm loading up the semi. Hit him in his cerebellum. I was raised on a farm in a city full of fellas. Keep a knife on deck like I'm trimming down a head. Sticky hanging out my mouth. I got Carhartt on my jacket. I was raised down in the south, eating moose meat and catfish. Everything I eat, I buy flannel.
It is.
Like a boss. I just watered all my crops. Load my truck, I'm taking off. We were riding down that dirt road on a Sunday night with the windows rolled down on the countryside. Saw a reflection in the mirror and I thought, oh my, I said, ooh, pretty girl, you make me feel alright. Catch me drinking out the keg while my chicken's hatching eggs. You would think I'd act my age, but I'm pissed like every day. You can call me white trash, but I don't give a fuck. Someone passes zigzags unless you lift it like my truck. About to turn my backyard to a shooting range. Who's to blame? Headshot, I got stupid aim. I won't stop till the motherfucking rooster sang. I sold my Ford and put a Hemi in my new Mustang. Yeah, I'm the real Garth Brooks of this rap shit to Billy Ray Cyrus. If he wanted, he can have it. I got Hannah Montana at my ranch getting hammered. I'm a savage, catch me hacking up wood, doing damage. All I'm saying is I ain't going out like that.
I don't know if you heard it, but he said sold my Ford and put a Hemi in my Mustang.
No.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Got a feather behind my ear beneath my cowboy hat. Got a years with a deer, you can count on that like a steakhouse.
So what's this guy called?
Mercules. Merkules.
Mercules.
He's got 37 million views.
I'm going redneck tonight. I got
They need to call him Lil Spittoon.
How's it going?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a good time. Cigarette butts.
He's fully tatted up, like his head, neck, everything.
Or they should call him Young Hick.
Well, he's not even a redneck, really. I mean, like, his rap is not typically
That's
that kind of
interesting.
topic.
Yeah.
But he might be like, I think he's from the country, but he's usually.
Yeah. I knew a lot of guys that were like from the country, but then they're like, you know, kind of like that kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, persona, I guess, if you will.
He's a pretty good rapper for sure. Let's see. He raps pretty quick. Here's a song here. I'll skip to the middle.
Cloud now, like, who wanna work? It's pretty sad what these dudes will probably do for a verse. I got heavy artillery. If you literally thinking that you could even compare to me, then you tripping, motherfucker. I make friends with my enemies, get them drunk off a Hennessy, and then when they least expect it, I'ma kill 'em, motherfucker. I'm sick in the head, I need penicillin, motherfucker. Diddy, I'm too chill, and they might find your body looking like a can of spaghetti. Murdered on a song, I guess.
That's a little too street for me. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good song though.
The first one, yeah.
The first one, yeah. I think that's the show.
I think that is it.
Yeah, we have a new outro song, so we're just gonna play this and see you bitches later. Danglers.
No, if you see any owls, don't let me know. Don't report it.
Yeah.
No, report it. Let us know.
Let me tell you about fishing. Fly fishing food. Been to every fishing seminar. Even been to fishing school. Listen close to my advice before you ever cast your line. Gotta get yourself a fishing boat like mine. Well, I bought her back in April new, added 25 coats of cobalt blue, and I painted my truck and trailer in cobalt too. I pulled out the motor and I hauled it down. The rusty Huffman's wound for sound, and a little rusty turn a couple screws. And she's got 500 horses of pure power, turns 185 miles an hour, sits back on a rooster tail, just wrapping about 11 grand. She moves out on the water like a phantom jet, and I ain't even tried the nitrous yet. She don't slow down to a stop neither, she just kinda lands. Man, if that ain't fishing, I'm a fishing fool. I've been to every fishing seminar, and I've been to fishing school. You gotta get yourself a red hot rig, that's the first in fishing rule. So you don't have to catch a thing to come home looking cool. I got a little fish finder that's out of this world. It'll tell you if a minnow is a boy or girl. And my laser-guided trolling motor keeps me out of the rocks. I got 30 rod holders, 4 live whales. Underneath my stereo, there's digital scales. Let me find the password and I'll open up my tackle box. I got spinners, twisters, busters, poppers, rattling shad, whirlers and hoppers, ringers and zingers and clangers and things that clap. I got plastic worms, rubber mice, that neon crawdad there works real nice. There's jitterbugs, crickets, grubs, and broken backs. Man, if that ain't fishing, I'm a fishing fool. I've been to every fishing seminar, and I've been to fishing school. You gotta get yourself a red hot rig, that's the first in fishing rule. So you don't have to catch a thing to come home looking cool. Well, I'm a-telling you, son, she's a mean machine, just perfect for taking your boss out skiing. Crack that throttle halfway and start talking raise. She'll pull tubers, tires, still on the truck. You better strap on your safety belt when she's hooking up. Them G-forces kind of push your nose to the side of your face. Man, if that ain't fishing, I'm a fishing fool. I've been to every fishing seminar, and I've been to fishing school.